Hey there, welcome to White Crow Roping, episode 44. I know the light's going to be all around me, so this video might look a little funny, but I think I'm going to call it back to basics, because I've been to several jackpots, round robins, and been right there around the money. Once I was third, once I was fourth, once I front legged a steer to be third. I guess that's what they mean when they say learning to win. But I did figure something out at one of the round robins here about 2 weeks ago, and I'd struggled off and on trying to get the feel that I've got from James Martinez and from Ben Gambrell and all the learning that I've done. Sometimes it was like it's all out the window all out the window, and nothing was working. So one of the things James had told me was that when I was riding out of the box, I was getting my left hand up and my whole body was elevating, and then my rope's up here and then the tip falls down. And for some reason that crossed my mind a couple of weeks ago when I was fighting myself at a little round robin after 4 or 5 steers. I was doing okay, I was turning them, and so I had the thought that I was going to not think of anything else, but I was going to engage my core, put my left hand down on my horse's neck, and get my right hand up and get my tip down. And it was like came back in a snap. For a run or two, it was awesome. And then all those months and even years of doing it wrong, they start to creep back in on you, and then that's what you have to practice, I guess. So I was thinking about going back to basics, because it's same thing with playing music. I mean, I haven't got to play with anyone very much recently, but a friend of mine has come over a couple times and gotten to jam a little bit and sing some songs and play some fiddle. But I'm still fighting in my head over how to get to the next level playing fiddle and guitar, and other than moving to Fort Worth and finding a good teacher, which hopefully I'll do, but at the moment I'm here. So what I've been doing is taking I found a rhythm training video on YouTube and done some of those exercises with the metronome, just clapping, and I'll set my timer for 5 minutes and do maybe 3 5-minute chunks doing the same thing over and over. And then I started a real simple strumming pattern on the guitar, turn that metronome on and let it go for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and not think about anything but relaxing and feeling the rhythm. And then take that on with the fiddle too, or play along with the song and just count the 1 and the 2 and the 4, or the 1 and the 3, and play around with that. Play the song over and over and over. And I kind of feel like that's the same thing. That's the same thing with what I'm going to work on in my sled over the next day or two if I don't get to rope, is starting, putting my left hand down and my right hand and start my swing. But even on the dummy, if I just have my left hand kind of lazy out in front of me, it'll be up, and it'll get awkward. Whereas if I force it down and engage my core, get my left hand down and my right hand up, then all that improvement in my swing and everything comes back. So I more or less have to drill the basics. And I saw a quote from, I think it was Clay O'Brien Cooper in the Spin to Win recently, and he said the difference in the top guys is that in the top 15 is that they drilled their fundamentals so much that they became ingrained, and then they built on them. Instead of, it's hard because I want to play around and learn how to swing twice and throw 2 coils like Dustin Egusquiza or Clay Smith and Tyler Wade, but I know that I've got to build the building block, and the way for me to do that right now is I'm going to drill that. I've kind of got it in my head, just my left hand down, right hand up, and my tip down. So I'm going to play around with that this week and see what happens. I still, both with my fiddle playing and my roping, probably need to find a mentor of some kind who can tell me what to work on and, when to enter, where to go. If I need to, like James had a point, I think he was saying I was so patterned that I'd go out and just swing over the steer 6 or 7 times and be all the way, every run be all the way at the stripping chute, and so he was getting me to almost challenge my brain to be ready and just throw it, and even if I wasn't catching him every time. So I've done that and improved in that in some way, but also if I'm doing that practicing, then I've gotten in a rut a couple times where I'm just going and swinging 2-3 times and throwing before I'm ready, and it's not really good practice, I guess. So if the weather permits, which hopefully it will today, I'm going to go back and start this week on my sled and really drill that, getting that feeling of sitting down riding my horse with the left hand down, and basically that allows me to be ready to throw faster. And if it doesn't rain all week, I don't know if it will. Maybe I'll get in a barn somewhere where I can just walk my horse up to the sled and drill it in that way. But this has been my progress update. I know I haven't made a video in a couple weeks, but Lord willing, I'll have more next week. And thanks for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, share this with anyone you think might find it enjoyable. And I will talk to you soon. Adios.